As Kelly said, my name is Dana. I am the marketing director and founder of Sploot Marketing, which is a marketing agency that is specifically looking to promote and help pet welfare organizations. And over the height of COVID, there was a lot of people looking to find creative ways to try to promote long stay shelter pets and to not only get them adopted, but also to try to make them more visible and appealing to fosters as well. So this initiative, the Adoptable Brand Models program, is my commitment to trying to promote long stay pets using vetted pet care brand collaborators and simplifying the process of creating positive personality focused content for long stay pets. This is one of our little brand models. So the challenges that I saw were a lot of pushing of, sort of outdated narratives, especially now with the way that digital marketing has shifted just within the last 12 months. From the standpoint of seeing how adoptions are declining and fostering is declining, it's really prominent that there needs to be a shift in the way that we're presenting adoptable pets and fosterable pets on social media. It's just not capturing attention anymore. And also, even like I know I follow probably 100 shelters. I just see the same faces over and over, and it's just kind of I'm becoming very desensitized to the content that's being shown. With the narratives, the current template and guidance, I just found that it was often deterring potential adopters and fosters. There was this there's a push for using like static intake photos with the open mouth. They do look happy. I'm not downing that part, but the static part of it is something that is just not capturing attention anymore. And then also accentuating length of stay in sort of this SOS plea bargaining desperation type of posting. This is not an actual post from somebody's social media. This is just my example of it. But a lot of times I see this: foster or adopter desperately needed. Pickles has been in our shelter for over 150 days and is starting to decline mentally and emotionally. This, the photo showing a pet that maybe is not really fully representing their personality, is not doing any type of service to the dog or the cat in general. And then also sharing details about emotional, mental, physical state. It's yes, you want to be transparent when it's appropriate, but at the same time, we're also just basically saying to audiences, we want to shift the responsibility of bettering the life of this pet onto you because we can't handle it anymore. So it's a deterrent, unintentionally, but is a deterrent. So what was I trying to do? I really wanted to make an easy way to understand the importance of shifting narratives. I wanted something that would make it very easy to showcase the vibrant personalities of long stay pets, accentuate their model, their value. And I, in particular, am doing it as look at them, their brand models, and also connecting them easier and better with an advocating community. So all of the posts I wanted to be very positive, personality focused, and something that was eye-catching and new and sort of got out of again, that sort of static intake photo that we see over and over. This, excuse me, this actually is an example of a post that just got posted yesterday. And you can see that I still want there to be transparency around this is a long stay pet. These pets have been here for, 90 days, 95 days. That is not something that I want to step away from, but the narrative is different. So these are two of our long stay pets. They were posing for their photo shoot today. They really loved being taste testers. They really enjoyed having that experience. This is how long they've been with us. Here's where you can meet them. And it even goes into talking about the own promotions that they have running in their shelter. You can see the photos are a little bit different. I didn't expand this here, but the remaining photos in this caption are actually dogs just licking and having a good old time making a total mess out of peanut butter all over their face. So, they're not perfectly curated photos, but they're showing a lot of positivity. They're showing a lot of fun. Like, oh, how cute is that? It automatically is evoking a different perspective and a different perception of this dog, as opposed to people immediately going, why has that dog been in the shelter for, 95 days? What's wrong with it? I knew that I wanted to get brands involved, mostly because in working in brand marketing, I know that they are always looking for and are paying good money for authentic storytelling. So brands, the very, very high profiting brands, have realized that posting a static piece of content as an advertisement is no longer grabbing attention. So they need authenticity, they need movement, and they need video media. So brands are constantly paying for and craving authentic storytelling. And the initiative that I wanted to create would provide them with a valuable resource through making it really easy for them to have engaging and real content that will connect with their audiences. So they're always looking for user-generated content, any type of content that shows their product with a pet, and also social proof. So feedback, reviews, and also actual usability of their products. And what better way to show that off than in a shelter setting? This is an example of one in case you need some puppy time. Please meet Jetski zooming by with his Mighty Paw Yak Chew waiting to be adopted at Let Love Live Rescue. So when I was creating the collaborations, I wanted there, of course, to be mutual benefits. That was the presentation to the brands. I did, in fact, want there to be more benefits to the shelters, which I will go into, but the presentation was to create a collaboration that was mutually beneficial. And so through the collaboration, we're able to provide content for the brands that they're looking for and that they're willing to pay for. And we're also generating an opportunity to promote the most in need and at-risk adoptable pets. We're creating new narratives for these long stay pets. You're reaching new audiences through cross promotion and collaborative tagging. You can see here, I primarily did a lot of examples with Mighty Paw, but you can see how they not only created a post on theirs, but they also tagged and invited Polk County to be a collaborator. You have the most pitiest pit face, right smack in the middle of a new audience of people that are pet lovers and animal lovers, but might not be shelter supporters. So it's a really good opportunity for audiences to grow, because anybody looking at this on their platform will say, hey, what is this organization about? And then here is just an example of a pet. We're again going to that positive value, personality focused. Pepper is here for all your modeling needs. He's A+ poser, takes cues like a pro. Are you looking to get into the micro influencer scene? Then Pepper's you're in. So again, instead of focusing on this dog has been in here for 250 days and really needs a home, we're now showing like this dog has been in the shelter for this long, but he's already modeling while he waits to be adopted. It's just a different perspective. So how do we go about this? So when we contract a brand, I go through and I hand select and approve shelter appropriate products. We send out a monthly box. It's usually between $150 to $250 worth of very high value, top quality products that make excellent prompts for creating content. The products that we send, I try to make sure that they're always useful within the shelter. So it might be things like slip leads, no pull harnesses, martingale collars, and then also a lot of enrichment toy focus. So lick bowls, lick mats, again, high value, long lasting chews and treats. I try to also make it too so that the unboxing, if the only thing that you do is bring the pet, and again, this is Cloud9 from Humane Society of Delaware County. Even if the only thing that you do is just like put the dog in a room and have them sniff through the box, this is such a good enrichment activity for them, and it gives them just a moment to release some stress and just have some one-on-one time that they might be getting. So even the unboxing, we try to make as just a simple way to create content and give the dogs an enrichment activity. And again, too, because the caliber of and quality of the products are much higher than typically is donated to shelters, I do find that it's been a little bit of a moral booster exercise for the staff, because the staff get excited about the presents that they're getting, and then it reflects in the content that they're capturing with the dogs and with the cats. Oops. Hold on. Sorry, my computer is having a moment. Don't look at this slide yet. Okay, sorry. So with the products that we're giving, they're meant to serve as really excellent props for creating engaging and heartwarming content, which makes it, I try to make it as effortless as possible for you guys to record these moments that really, really highlight the pet's personalities. So this is Diamond from Mary Roberts Pet Adoption Center. She's one of our favorites, but she gets like so excited over these chews. This was her first time experiencing a chicken foot. And you can just see the way that she just got so excited about it. So we really, again, the caliber of chews and treats that the dogs and the cats are getting are such a higher quality of product, of treat, that it evokes natural enthusiasm for them and sort of shifts their personality in general. Again, it can also be used as an enrichment activity. And I love in here how the dog is doing whatever it's doing, and you can tell that the feedback that we got was that more and more staff started coming in to watch her and was recording her, because she just was like being so silly and adorable. In addition to the products that we provide, I understand that taking content is such a time suck, or it feels that way for you guys. And that is one of the major reasons why content like this isn't created. So we really, it was really important for me that there was a financial incentive to do that as well. So for each organization every month that does send us content that they capture of their long stay pets, and we don't require it, but we encourage you to post the content online, because again, these are your long stay pets that need the most visibility and the most extended reach. We do provide a $50 per brand bonus donation. So as soon as you guys send us photos, we then will initiate a contribution, and the contribution can go to just a generic Facebook if you guys want, but I also have extended it to organizations where if you guys want to use this $50 and have me send it to an approved team member for a foster incentive or a foster or volunteer pizza party, or however you guys want to utilize the money, that's the way that we want it. That's the way that we want to give it to you. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something that your team will never see. You can recycle the money back and use it to as again, another morale boosting activity for you guys as well. This doesn't have necessarily anything to do with the responsibility that's on the shelter, but just so you guys know, in addition to what you're seeing on your end from my side, when I start collecting a lot of content for a brand, I make sure to really push brand advocacy, and I push and work with the brands to expand their promotions of shelter pets in all of their marketing campaigns. And I try to, encourage them, if they're going to be marketing themselves as a pet lovers brand, that they should be making social responsibility to pets in shelters as part of their campaigns also. So I established with them a hashtag rescue with whatever the brand's name is, which is used on social media. And this brand in particular, I used this example. They're now sending weekly emails to their subscriber lists promoting a different shelter pet every week. In these emails. So last month was Adopt a Dog Month. This month they're doing senior pets. So I'll go to the different organizations that are giving us content, and I'll say, hey, can I use this content of such and such, dog in or this is a dog only brand, but can I promote them in these emails? It's just another way to, again, sort of normalize and start having maybe pet lovers, again, that are outside the shelter supporters. They're not maybe not aware of what's going on. It's just another way to sort of, again, go outside of the typical audience that you guys are trying to reach and draw them into the pet welfare space. In addition to the email campaigns, I also now have them doing any paid advertising that they're doing. I also will create ads for them that have shelter pets in them. So again, really trying to normalize what these boxy-headed larger dogs look like in ads, as opposed to these brands always going to the purebred, small, pet influencers that are always seen in ads. I'm trying to do like a slow burn hostile takeover of all advertising and put, shelter pets in all of the advertising. And another additional benefit is when we see a certain shelter, that has a willingness to accept collaborator invites and to also post and tag the brands on their own social media, we invite them to participate in other extended collaborations. So we've done a couple of sponsored digital fundraisers. We also have it's not wholesale, but it's like up to 50% discounts on any of the products that the brands have for the shelters. And in addition to the discount, we will also, if we send you a list and you guys say that you want to purchase $500 worth of products, we will actually create a fundraising plan for you to post on your social media to try to raise the funds to cover the cost of those products as well. And then there's extended partnerships. This is one of my favorites. It's called Choose for Change. And this brand in particular will send 100 yak chews to several different shelters every month, just to try to serve as an enrichment activity, a boredom buster, reduce some stress, reduce some anxiety by just being able to address a majority of the pets in the shelters, as opposed to with the limited time that one-on-one individual enrichment time requires. And then in addition to the dogs in the shelter, they also, every adopter goes home with a monster chew so that the adopter has an all-natural immediate resource tool for them if their dog is struggling with anxiety or stress, or just needs a redirect of chewing situation happening. And the same thing with the fosters. If you guys wanted to use it as part of the foster program where every foster goes home with a chew also, you guys can use it however it best suits your organization's needs. This is my favorite slide. It's just kind of a compilation of some of the pets that we've seen. Of course, we like the curated perfect poses like Monty down here, but in general, I just want you to give the dogs and cats a treat and record what happens. It's literally like effortless. You don't have to do anything. And that is the content really that the brands are looking for also. This guy up here was hysterical. They were like, we took him out for the first time and we didn't know that he knew how to roll over on command, because they were using all these treats with him. So I just think it's a nice experience to have. And in general, this is the type of content that is really eye-catching. The photos in general are eye-catching, but I also go one step further with all this and create the captions that are engaging. So this is a litter of puppies taking a bath before their adoption day event, so they smell good, for new adopters. This is, this was Killian, who was unfortunately hit by a car and, taken in and was able to, utilize some of the longer lasting chews to try to make his recovery a little bit easier for him. This dog, just in general, her name is Angela Bassett, and so she should be a model just because that is her name and she's Basset Hound. You can't tell here, but again, just really fun content that takes very little brain cells to be able to create, but is so captivating and appealing to audiences on the pet welfare side and also on the brand side. If you guys wanted to join, it's free. There's no expenses to you guys whatsoever. Everything for shelters is always free. We do contract with the brands and we put any expenses on them to handle because they have the money to do that. And we also charge them for the donations that they give to the shelters for content as well. It's literally like a 4-question little form. And then we start sending out boxes. We don't have a limitation on it. So if you did it once and you liked it, but maybe it was too much, that's fine. And then you want to do it again in a couple months, great. If you do it once and you want to do it every month, that's fine too. Every month you're still going to get this really nice selection of products that you can utilize, you know, inside your shelter. We have one organization that's been doing it for a year. They were one of the initial ones, and she was like, can you please stop sending us harnesses? Like, we have so many harnesses in the shelter now, you know, we don't need any more, you know, please send us something else. And we're like, okay, cool. So yeah, so that's that.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Yep, so do I.
I just love it, because it can be so hard to find content, and this is just like super easy, and you know, and just there are so many benefits.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. We get a lot of really positive feedback from the staff, and to me that's worth it. And I didn't put this in here because I don't have enough data points on it, but there have been a couple of times where before we even got the content back, the staff was like, hey, this dog got adopted, you know, and we didn't realize how much we were sort of neglecting to even spend, not neglecting to spend time. That's not the way that I mean to say that, but in general, they're just like, we kind of just accepted that they were a long stay pet. So we sort of stopped putting forth that effort to take media of them, to present them to potential adopters. And then once the staff sort of got like re-engaged with these long stay pets, they realized that it was just something as simple as that, shifting their emotional, you know, sort of block with the long stay pet, that is what actually got them adopted. So that feedback in general has been really nice to see, and that's exactly why we're doing, you know, why we're doing this. Yeah.
So awesome. I'm like gonna cry. That's awesome.
Oh. Don't cry. I do cry every time somebody sends me photos. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, imagine. Julie was asking, is this open to foster-based rescues or shelters only?
Nope, everybody. Yeah, absolutely. As long as, again, you guys just, sometimes it's a little bit harder to get fosters to send, you know, content back, but just make sure that that's like when you hand stuff to the fosters, you just remind them that, you know, to actually record what they're seeing when they're giving them. But yes, absolutely to fosters.